Is your partner having a normal, difficult emotion, or are they a narcissist? So this is the third video in a series I've decided to title, Am I with a Narcissist? And I'm going to be sharing things to look out for, because people who choose to bond with narcissists are inside a trauma bond and they've never known anything outside of narcissistic abuse. So they wouldn't even really know that they're in it. So this is how you know if your partner has a normal emotion. So most of us, we have difficult days, difficult times in life, and we have big feelings and difficult feelings, and we share that with our partner and we let them help us move through that, right? But with the narcissist, the difficult mood happens pretty much every day. And you never know when it's coming through the door. You never know what mood is coming through the door, right? So there's no consistency of their own emotional regulation. They don't know how to manage daily just annoyances and just kind of take it in, alchemize it in the moment, and, come forward in a healthy, regulated way to the people that they're close to in their lives. They've been stunted as children, right? So they behave like toddlers in an adult body. So, their moods are pervasive. So they might have a particular mood that they use a lot or they're in a lot. It could be sort of anxiety, agitation, aggression, snipiness, a kind of aggressive energy in the home. It could also be very low, dense, like a seething energy, a grumpiness, callous, unkind, inconvenience, grumpy, quiet, isolated, and cold. It could be, these are two kinds that I've experienced personally. So it's any kind of dissatisfaction. They come home and they're dissatisfied. They're dissatisfied in some way, right? And they walk in and this energy is now in the home, right? They carry this in with them. So you might have just been carrying on about your day, and the narc comes home and you immediately feel their energy. And it's like a total downer on the home space, right? And they are pervading the whole area with their negativity, their dissatisfaction, right? And when you say you try to broach that with them, like, hey, are you okay? Well, either they'll say they're fine and carry on about their day actually not looking fine at all, and get more and more annoyed with you when you're like, but you're not fine, right? Or they'll just be like, no, I'm not. I'm so annoyed, da-da-da-da-da. And that the whole thing is about their big annoyance that day. They're just completely always dissatisfied. They always need like you to support them, right? So either they keep really quiet and seethe in their mood and say they're fine, but they're actually not, and you can feel it, and everybody in the house can feel it. Or they just come in and they just dump that mood on you. They dump the emotion on you. Their dissatisfaction starts to get targeted at you, and you now have to cope with their mood, right? So, yeah, those are the two ways their mood can pervade the environment, entirely pervade it. And it's like, like I said, it's normal for somebody to have a really bad day, right? And come home and be in a bad mood. But once in a while, and for that person, a person who knows how to healthily regulate themselves will definitely not dump that mood on their family members or their partner, right? And they'll speak about it, and they'll learn how to cope and figure it out, right? But with the narcissist, it's a daily thing. It's like it's become the trope in the house. Oh, they're just a grumpy bastard. Oh, they're just like an aggressive asshole. They're, like that's just them. That's just who they are. Everybody has like accepted that this is an archetypal daily expression of this person. And everyone around the narc just kind of like bends their bodies and lives to like facilitate this hectic energy and emotional mood in the home, right? Like, have you become accustomed to a personality that is actually really like dissatisfied, dense, and like emotionally negative in your home and in your life? And you have convinced yourself like that's just normal. If you find yourself listening to this video and you're like, oh, well, you know, she's being a bit hard on people and, you know, it's totally normal that my partner does that. It's not. It's not normal for that to be the daily expression, right? Or regular occurrence, a regular occurrence. It's normal for a person to be well, whole, emotionally regulated in their body and to meet another person in that manner. But when you are constantly navigating somebody's hectic mood and dissatisfaction, you have trauma bonded to a narcissist. And because it's likely because you grew up with a parent who did this at home, right? Maybe in a different way, maybe a different mood. So maybe you can't identify it clearly. Maybe your parent was aggressive and your current partner is grumpy. Maybe your parent was a grandiose, charismatic kind of narcissist and your current partner is covert, vulnerable narcissist, which has a different kind of soft expression. So, yeah, that's basically what I want to say. If you find yourself in this scenario and you feel like this is so much to deal with, it's constantly feeding off you, because when somebody comes home and enters your space with this kind of mood, they are feeding off your energy because you're there like trying to support them, listening to the thing, having it fill the house and like suck on your energy and trying to navigate. They call it the codependent dance, which is like kind of walking on eggshells, trying to like, you know, navigate this personality, this mood in the room. And nothing you say or do or offer to helps them. They want to hold on to this mood. They want to be in this mood because they're stuck in a toddler emotional state of being. They haven't developed past that. So being with a person like this means that you have likely trauma bonded to them based on your own childhood trauma of having to navigate a parent who does this. So, part 3. Oh, there's a lot more to come, guys. I have no idea why, but the great wisdom is just like prompting me to speak about, different narcissistic symptoms and facets. And hopefully this information helps people, because I remember not knowing, like I knew something was wrong in my long-term partnership, but I put up with a lot because I was taught to put up with a lot as a kid. And when I finally started to discover the symptoms of narcissism, I felt so, it's disorientating because I was like, oh my God, I'm being abused. But it was also so empowering because I now had the language to go, oh, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not insane. I knew this wasn't normal behavior. And they twisted it around and made it seem like I was so sensitive, or there's something wrong with me. Why am I so sensitive and prickly and get overwhelmed so easily? Meantime, I'm dealing with the most abusive emotional energy in the home every day. And they get all hostile toward me because they come in with this dissatisfaction constantly. So once again, if you're in this situation, you got this. You've got this. I'm here to tell you you're not crazy and you are being abused. You are being abused. I know that's a hard thing to say out loud and to face. And it's up to you whether you want to stop making excuses for that or not. Because adults emotionally regulate themselves and they come sovereign, regulated, connected, and approachable and open and heart-connected, loving to each other. If you have to constantly navigate a partner's dissatisfaction and emotional grumpiness and emotional aggression and emotional stress and emotional whatever it is, never know what mood you're dealing with, there's no consistency, well, you're in a relationship with a child, an abusive child that needs a hiding. Yeah. Alrighty. Sending love.